Welcome everybody to Big Ben and Ty Sports Cave. As always, we have Big Ben and we have Wade on the end there. We'll start early this on this show. Wade, why don't you give us a little shout out to Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar.
Yes, I would like to thank Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar for sponsoring me. It's greatly appreciated. Been there multiple times. Always been. Oh, my phone just fell. Always been satisfied with their service, food. It's great food, actually. Last time I went, I had their tandoori chicken, and it was absolutely delicious. Again, they ask you up front whether you want mild, medium, or hot. So if spicy ain't your thing, you don't have to worry about that. They can tame down that heat for you. And of course, they allow free parking on game nights when the Rivermen are playing. So you can enjoy a meal and leave your car there. Um, Great place. Like I said, go on down there if you haven't been yet and tell them Wade sent you.
Right on.
Yeah, so get down there, get some Indian food, and go walk up to Carver Arena and watch some good hockey.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And also watch a fat man dive for a T-shirt too.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that as well if you would like. So
Anyway,
big roster moves
yeah, this is
this week.
been a debate from what I've been reading. So
The team's top goalie, Jack Bostet, has been called up to ECHL. As of today, we lost Mike Gillette as well. He got called up to Utah. Jack got called up to Rapid City, and Garrett Devine was called up to Reading or Reading, however you pronounce it. How's it going, Skelly? So I was kind of sad to see Jack get called up since he's been playing really good hockey. But the person that we signed out of the Fed seems to be a pretty good choice. His name is Connor Makahanama. However you pronounce that name. He had a great record in the Fed League, and his save percentage is over 90%.
oh wow.
So he holds many records in the Fed. I think for the team, though. But anywho, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on the roster moves. The Mike Gillette one was actually new to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just looking at it here. So what do you guys think?
I'm just kind of bummed Bost isn't there anymore, and I'm kind of afraid. I mean, even though this guy is good, that came up for his replacement, it just still is just like, is he going to be a fit? Even though he is a good player, goalie, is my concern.
Yeah.
I mean, does this guy play rough hockey? Does his team play like Rivermen style hockey though? Is a thing, or is it more finesse? And if he's used to the finesse type of hockey, then how will he fit with us being more of an aggressive style of hockey?
Well, last year he had 31 penalty minutes as a goalie. So, I mean, that kind of tells me he's not afraid to kind of stand up for himself.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, you always kind of have that worry how the skill is going to translate from one league to the next. It's a valid concern. To me, the bottom line is we probably weren't going to find a better goalie on the open market. than
Right.
who we picked up. Obviously, it ain't Zach Boston. Of course, we miss him, and that dude's been nothing but a stud since being with the Rivermen. So, and he's a great guy. So, of course, he's going to be missed. But
Isn't Flower going to be on retirement? He can come to play for Peoria.
yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
people would be so pissed.
Can you imagine that if he actually did come to Riverman just for a season?
I would laugh my ass off.
Not only would I laugh my ass off, but I would also be very interesting if the season goes to where we can be like winning and then and then have more fans come because a former NHL goalie that's in the Hall of Fame is on the Rivermen, and it's like.
Yeah, I was hoping to keep Brodeur, Jeremy Brodeur, but he went. I think he went overseas that year, and then now I believe he's up in the coast. I think. But I mean, like I said, that's going to be a big gap, and a big shoes to fill, with Bostet leaving. Another big shoes to fill will be Gillette.
Yeah.
With Gillette going up, that's going to be a big shoes to fill. I don't know. Our two big guys are up. I mean, we got Garrett Devine and Mike Gillette.
I mean, yeah, make no mistake, we got 4 key players playing in the coast right now. I mean, I think we're gonna be hurting more on the player side of things. Kind of leaves us with a short bench, which is never good. Kind of leaves us scrambling to fill the roster spots, and of course, you're probably not going to find players the caliber of Gillette, Devine, and Fox to fill those shoes. So I'm more worried about the short bench. With Connor coming up, I mean, he's got back-to-back champ, goalie of the year. He was MVP of his playoff. I mean, his record. Let me see here real quick. Being in there. Oh shoot. Well, the most he's ever lost is 3 games in a season.
Yeah, so, I did see that. Yeah.
So I mean, the pedigree's there. So it's just hopefully his skills translate well in coming over to the Rivermen. I'm sure, now we'll be seeing Tino more often, but Connor will probably get his opportunities. The only thing that makes me nervous is going after a goalie like Connor might indicate maybe Boston ain't there for a quick trip, because a goalie like Connor, that's normally not your Band-Aid goalie you call up,
Yeah.
Right.
And he's made his plans obvious that he wants to move up and he wants to eventually play in the coast himself. So, I mean, it kind of worries me that Boston might be up for the long haul. So, we'll just have to see how that goes. You never know when it comes to the coast. But getting a goalie like Connor, calling him up and going through the trouble of getting him, I mean, I know the Black Bears ain't going to want to lose their best goalie, So it's got to make sense for him to come up. And so that kind of tells me I don't think Boston plans on coming back anytime soon. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of the way I read it. But hopefully it all works out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting on who steps up with these players gone. Because we're definitely going to need some of the players that are on the team now to step up. Because, I mean, Gillette was very good on the forecheck. I mean, absolutely outstanding on the forecheck. And he was, very good at giving opportunities, scoring opportunities. So, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see who steps up to the plate and hopefully take kind of over this role. Because usually, you had your double-headed snake there. You had to deal with Divine or Gillette. Well, they're both now up. Then you had Griffin Fox that was really good, and he's still up with Bloomington. So it's going to be interesting and see who's going to come out of this on top here. Because McChesney's has been slowed down for a little while. He finally got, I think, a couple goals this past weekend, maybe a goal.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very interesting weekend, I think, for the Rivermen.
I think so, yeah.
And I think we see the new goalie at least once this weekend.
Yeah.
If I would be guessing, I would guess Saturday would be my guess. I don't think Guy would throw him out there to the Wolves on Friday.
No.
I just don't think so. But hey, who knows?
Especially on the road, that would be a hell of a. You're on the road against Quad City. You just got into town. That's a tough. That would be tough on them. That would.
Yeah. It's. I don't see him doing that. But like I said, I've been wrong before. So, Friday night they are at Quad Cities. Saturday night they are home against Quad Cities. So for some odd reason, I thought this was the long weekend for some reason. Not sure why, but I thought so. But anywho, well, technically, so this was the one that they moved, didn't they?
I think I think they moved one of the games, something like that, because that's why we're kind of split the way we are.
Because they're away on Friday, and then as the schedule on the website says, they're home Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it is a 3-weekend game. I thought it was, but I wasn't 100%. Yeah, and then the following weekend, they got Quad Cities again, and then they have Evansville. So that's going to be a tough weekend as well. Yeah. Especially if we're missing all these players. Evansville is going to be a very tough team. I'm kind of not trying to say anything bad about Quad Cities, but I guess the weekend to have all these players called up, this might be the team that you want it to be on, because we're pretty good record-wise against Quad Cities, but that could always change. We never know.
Right.
Well, like I said, to me, this is a time where you see your Brandon Stochowski, Dylan Massey, Noreka, Connor Smool. These guys have got to step up with these call-ups. They got to produce. They have to. We lost our big gun. So, that's the way it goes in the SPHL, the developmental league. Sometimes you lose your key players. And those players I just named, we're going to need them. It's a good thing we have Caden Henry, too. I don't know where we would be without him.
Yeah, I know. He came in right at the perfect time, especially, like I said, when our offense was struggling. And he has just been a machine. I did see a certain player come off the IR today.
I did too.
I did see that. I mean, Wade and I know who we're talking about here, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, we get and
Is
we
his initial is his initials TT?
No,
No.
I honestly I don't think he's not on the IR anymore. He's on team suspension, and honestly, I
That's
don't
right.
see him
That's right.
I don't see him coming back.
right. And
I mean,
I don't know who would you. I mean, say it was on the, he was available and we can negotiate something. I mean, who you give up for him? I mean, at this juncture, it's a hard call to make. I mean,
if you're going by, like we said in the past, if you're going by performance and goals and whatever, I mean, you're going to see the ones that we just got on the chopping block, of course.
yeah,
You're going to see, I would think you would see Chartrand on that list.
yeah.
I mean,
Maybe even Connor Smool himself,
maybe. So, I mean, I don't think they would do it for future considerations.
Right.
I mean, I think we still owe a few people future considerations, if I'm not mistaken.
We may.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this though, this would be a perfect timing for somebody to come back.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Not saying who, but it would be nice to see one of the ones that were rumored to come back around this time. I don't know if we'll see the one because his team's actually, I believe, is leading in the standings in the Fed League. So I don't know if we'll see him. But I could almost see possibly a JM sighting real soon. I just have that gut feeling.
It's possible. I mean, I anything's possible when it comes to Rivermen and former Rivermen players. I mean, it just like seeing Wilkie back, you could see JM back. I wouldn't put it past them at all. I mean, and why we have the space, so it would match up.
Yeah, I mean, hell, give Nate Chastain a call.
Right.
He was always fun to watch. Yeah, Gertler. Yeah, I already know the answer on that one. But yeah, he was always fun to watch. Chastain was, he was just out there living his dream. He's just kind of in the middle, in the middle of the chaos. But yeah, no, I kind of agree with you. Now that we have the roster space, this would be a perfect time for somebody to come do their games. Get qualified for the playoffs because I know that's what he wants to do. It'd be a perfect timing for that.
It would.
Do you see? I guess my question is, do you see them try to sign Wilkie again for this weekend? I don't know how many PTOs they're allowed in a year.
I'm not quite sure on that either. If it's possible and he's available, I don't see why not. I mean,
right.
Like I said, and you said, we got the space available for them. We don't have to waive anybody or, put them on IR or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, space is available. So, like I said, if they're going to bring somebody in that's played here before, rather, that be a part-time player looking to do his time, or one of the rumored guys, or one of the rumored trades? Now would be the time, the perfect time to get that done, if it is
Yeah,
possible.
because we technically have what 3 roster spots open
Yeah,
with
we're definitely short. Yeah.
well, or do we have 2 because they fill Fox's spot?
Well, yeah, I think they did actually. So it might be
So
more
I think
like 2.
I think we have 2 roster spots technically open right now. Um, there was 3 with Bostek gone. Now we filled that with Connor. So yeah, no, I think we're all in agreement. I think this would be a perfect time for that to happen. Them come in, do what they need to do to get qualified for the playoffs and be done. I can see Guy more looking towards a forward. Maybe that's why maybe he wouldn't sign Wilkie this weekend because we don't really need help on the back end. Um, I think we need more people on the front end. With like I said, with Mike being gone and Garrett being gone. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who else would be available out there.
Option. I mean, there really
And
isn't, unless you're going to pull from the Fed. I still
yeah,
think it's too early for the college kids. So
yeah,
That's what I was about to ask. I was thinking, could they get someone from Bradley?
they probably wouldn't pull somebody from Bradley anyway. Not saying that they're not good players, but
Right.
those like when you're thinking college, you're thinking like Minnesota, Boston, uh, some of those higher end programs. Not saying Bradley's not a high end program, but it's Bradley is almost kind of like division. It's almost like Division 3 football almost. Like
Okay.
when I went to Eureka College to play football, I paid to play. That's
Right.
what you do when you go to Bradley. You are basically paying to play because you like it, and yes, it does give you
Experience.
experience, and it does get some eyes on you. But yeah, no, Eric, I don't even know where Trask is. He probably doesn't even play anymore. I haven't heard that name in probably 10 years. I just don't. I can't even think of who would be available for them to even pick up. The only one I could think of is like I said, JM, and I think the only reason why I know he's probably coming back at some point is because they have specialty jerseys for him. So they're expecting him to come back, but I don't know. I don't think they expect when. They don't have the exact time or date when he was going to come back.
Right.
Little side note here. Eric brought it up, so I'll say something. Holfer for the Blues actually got a shutout the other night. I didn't get to watch that game. I heard it was actually a pretty good game, played game, I guess, by the Blues. I'm still not impressed with this season with the Blues. The Blues just kind of fell off the face of the earth, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
The Blackhawks weren't too far behind, so
yeah, I mean, the only thing that's became clear is there's changes that need made. That's about the only thing that's clear there.
Yes, I agree with that. While we're here, I will look up the schedule for the Bison. I believe they are home this weekend.
The Bloomington Beeson.
Yeah, the Bloomington Beeson, as Ben would call him. Oh, he's a coach in Canada. Well, I highly doubt he'll come to play if he's coaching
In
this
Canada.
weekend.
Side note, though, I did see for sure that Chase Spencer and Dadajonoff are playing in Canada still. And
Are
Dadajonoff
they?
has visa issues coming into the United States.
Yeah.
That's why he's in Canada.
Yeah, I heard that it was a paperwork issue, which I kind of want to. I wanted to say this. Like, I'm sure when he was with Peoria, I'm sure they helped him out with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they did. But with the ECHL, I think it's one of those deals where they're like, dude, you got to do it yourself. I mean, you should be, doing this. So, I did hear that. Bloomington is actually away Fort Wayne on Friday, Saturday, and then they're home Sunday against Toledo. So they are away, and then home on Sunday for the Bloomington Bison. Let's see here. I don't know about the Mustangs, but yeah, I wish we would have had Dadajon off this year. I think if he does come back, though, he's going to go to the coast. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to many of the Rivermen. I've talked to, Gertler, and he said he is a ECHL talent, and he would be very surprised if he would come back down. He was a force. He really was. He was a very good defensive player for us. So with that being said, like I said, Bloomington Bison's home Friday or away Friday, Saturday, home on Sunday. So let's talk about Friday night. They're up in Quad Cities. So far we have been pretty decent. In the Quad Cities. Wade, what would you like to see as a team with all these roster spots happening? What would you like to see them do on Friday to kind of fill those voids? I know we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but so
I don't want them to lose confidence or momentum. Just because these call ups happen. I understand they're key players. Role players have been stepping up better in their roles, and we're gonna have to ask a little extra out of them, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast in this league. At any given time, your number is going to be called for you to step up, and you got to be ready to do so. So I don't think they need to lose any confidence or momentum in their game, what they've accomplished, what they've done together as a team. I mean, you still got some good pieces in play here. It's not like all hope is lost by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Bear's been playing better as of lately. McChesney's still there. We still have Caden Henry. And like I told you before with Dylan Massey and Savoyich and Connor Smool, like to see them kind of take off now. Like I like Norika. I mean, there's just something about his game. I mean, he's a pretty big guy, and he skates and handles the puck almost like an Alec Bear. Like he's really slick with the puck and agile for his size. So
yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, and he's a big boy on top of it. So we got we got the pieces in place. I still firmly believe that. Um, you know, uh, even the weekend series, I love that. And Birmingham, I thought we played outstanding. Some of our best hockey. We outscored the Bulls 9-1 in both games, and I maybe look in the record books for this, but in back-to-back games, the Rivermen had zero penalties.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
so
Yeah, that was crazy too.
that was. I mean, only two penalties called on the weekend, and it was both against the Bulls in the third period of the second game.
Yeah,
The penalties
Nice.
called.
yeah,
So
yeah. That was crazy. I was watching them games, and I'm just like, no penalties. Wow,
I
this
know,
is
but
this
but
is weird.
that's definitely that tells me how this team's playing and the chemistry that's developing there. So there's no reason to lose that. We go on and we be consistent. We stay confident, and we other players just need to fill in the gaps. They know who they are. Don't try to play hero. You don't have to do nothing fancy. Be yourself, but we're going to need production. I mean, that's just what it is.
Now, I will say this. I mean, yeah, you're on the same team with somebody, but if you're on a different line and then you just get bumped up to a different line, I mean, the chemistry does kind of change there
It is a
because yeah, because like Bear was used to Gillette. He knows where Mike's going to be, so Bear might send it there, but then I don't know, maybe Connor Schmuel takes over on that line, and Connor doesn't do what Mike does. So I mean, the chemistry they're going to have to go on the fly. I think it might be a little learning curve, maybe in the first period.
right.
Um, maybe Gee changes up the lineups, the lines a little bit, just to try to find that right formula on the right line. So I mean, fans need to be kind of aware of that too. I mean, like I said, you might be on the same team as a guy, but you might not play with the guy. If you guys get what I'm trying to say here.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know I've seen it in the NHL, where one of the top liners go down, so they just move everybody up one line. Well, they haven't played with each other all year, so yeah, usually the NHL players, it doesn't take them very long to figure everything out. But with the SPHL as well, you have a lot of players come and going, come and going, coming and going. So the chemistry changes every time a person leaves or comes in. So, like I said, we might have to just be a little bit patient with them on Friday because I'm sure the timing's going to be just off just a little bit too with the new lines. And I mean, who knows? Sometimes they get called up for one game. Like Divine got called up for that one game when he was, I think it was Kalamazoo. I think he only got called up for like one game, and then he was right back. So yeah, it's just sad. It is. It's sad to see our good players go, but I hope nothing but the best for them up there. So I think Friday, like I said, we need to be patient. It's going to be different. Not seeing, Mike out there and Divine, and our best goalie is up in the coast right now, but Tino is a very qualified goalie. Not saying that he's not. And then, like I said, I think maybe we have Saturday. We'll get to see the new guy, especially since we do have a 3-game weekend. I could probably see Tino on Friday and then a Tino on Sunday would be my guess. But I mean, who knows? I mean, Guy might do Tino Friday, Saturday, and then for the rubber match, we might see Connor in there. It just, we don't know.
Right.
At this
I
point, we
honestly,
don't know.
we don't know. But here's what I suspect: to get him used to at least what the Riverman style is about, he might sit him out the first couple games. That way, he can at least watch how they do something. So that way, like you say, the third game or fourth game or whatever, when he plays an actual goalie, then he'll know at least what to do a little bit. You think something like that maybe might what happen?
I mean, yeah, and then Wade might agree with me on this.
Because they don't get much time, right, to play or practice with the teams before they go, right? So,
Well, that's the good thing about this, and Wade might agree with me. Quad City's only 2 hours away,
right,
so so they'll leave Friday morning. So if it was more than Quad Cities, they would have had to leave on Thursday. So that skips a whole day of practice, pretty much.
right.
But now that it is in Quad Cities, they'll get to practice. I don't know if they didn't practice on Monday. I'm sure they didn't. Maybe they did. But if they did, they got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday they have a morning skate. And then they load up the bus and head up
True.
there. So he's probably getting some good practice with the team this week. So that's why it's probably a good thing we're facing Quad Cities Friday night in Quad Cities, and not like Knoxville or Pensacola or something like that. Wade, do you kind of agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And, like I said, the goalie position and goalie's personality, we all know it's just a touch different than players.
Yes.
They adapt quickly to new surroundings. They're kind of left to do their own thing, and for good reason too. Like I said, goalies are a different breed. Speaking from experience, we kind of march to the beat of our own drum, if you will. So, I mean, I can see, especially a goalie of his pedigree, I don't think it'll take much for him to warm up to the team. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't throw him in the first game by any means, no. But like Ty said, I could see him making a Saturday start. If not, you'll definitely see him in that Sunday. But it is a possibility you could see him as early as Saturday. But it's just, to me, highly doubtful that you will see him play in Quad City on Friday.
Yeah, I just don't see Gee throwing them to the Wolves like that.
Right.
And Quad Cities is tough to play in their own barn. We all know that. And yeah, I agree with you, Wade. I just don't see it. But like I said, we've seen weirder things. So who knows? Hopefully, maybe Tino is not sick. We also got to start thinking about that too. It's about the time where everybody starts. We're about mid-season. That's when people start, getting wear and tear and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then, like I said, we play Quad Cities Saturday and Sunday. I think it's Specialty Jersey this weekend. I think it's isn't it Disney on Saturday?
Yeah,
Disney on Saturday, and then
Disney's Saturday.
I think it's Mighty Ducks on Sunday.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Right.
So.
And then the following weekend is the rebrand, right?
No, I think that's a couple weeks away.
In 3 more weeks.
March 6th,
Yeah.
I think, that week.
Yeah. Which, Ben, do you have a picture of the rebrand jerseys?
I can get it.
I saw them, Wade, and you know what I thought of? Early 90s St. Louis Blues jersey.
Yeah, they kind of have that style to them.
Yeah. And what do you think of the name
I mean, look, I've always been a huge fan of Twister. I think it's awesome to pay those respects to a guy like Tony Twist. He's in the Rivermen Hall of Fame. Just the name Twisters is a cool name. Um, I thought they did really well. I am very happy with this rebrand. I'm very happy with how the jerseys turned out. Yeah, for me, it's a double thumbs up for sure.
Okay. Now, did you like this year's or last year's?
I think what was last year? The Spirits.
The Spirits?
Spirits was one of my favorites. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I thought the Spirits were very cool. Like I have one. I have McChesney's jersey from last year of the Spirits, and I do. That was probably my favorite rebrand so far.
Yeah, I would agree. Spirit was one, my favorite, and I do, like I said, just because I'm a Twist fan and paying homage to them, and the jerseys are kind of in the blue style. I do really enjoy those Twister jerseys. So maybe Spirit's just slightly above, but I mean, really, both of those they've knocked it out of the park for me these last few years.
Yeah, I didn't care for the what was it? The penicillin.
Yeah.
I personally didn't really care for them. I know some people did. But yeah, I did not.
And I know some people complained about the flying carp when they did the remake.
Yeah.
Flying carp. So I mean, yeah, I would agree with you. Like the last couple before the Spirits, not so great, but these last couple, I think they've nailed it.
Yeah, those are the jerseys.
Everybody. It's March 6th.
Yes. March 6th. So rebrand night for the Peoria Rivermen is March 6th. They will be the Peoria Twisters. Tony Twist will be there signing autographs.
$15.
I believe it. Yep, $15 to get a signature, but the money is going to, I believe, St. Jude.
Yeah.
It says right below all proceeds. So that means I need to go down to the Telechrist down the road from me and give some blood so I can get a Twist signature.
So, I just saw this question. Opinion on the Bryce Martin suspension. Wade, did you happen to see the video of that? I think I saw a brief video of it. I'm not sure about the suspension. I believe he got 5 games. I just looked it up. For instigating and fighting. Does he have priors?
Oh yeah, he does. I mean, the reason he got 5, as I know, is because I think this is his 4th suspension this season. So I think that's why he got the 5 games.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So, look, I get it. I get the dog's beef with getting suspended in the first place. The number of games is large part because of his history.
That's what I would figure.
Yeah, it's not so much what he got suspended for. It's the fact that this is his at least fourth time being suspended. That's why he got the 5 games. Now
that's what I figured.
Yeah. Now, why he got suspended in the first place? If I'm a dog fan, I'm probably upset too. He instigated a fight late in the third, and that's pretty much what they're citing on suspending him for. But technically, it was above 5 minutes. I mean, so it's just like it was like with. I think it might have been just under 6 minutes, but it was still above 5 minutes, and he instigated a fight. So that's pretty much why they're citing. They suspended him, and if it was his first time, he would probably get 1 game. and that's it. But again, because of it's his fourth time, he's getting 5 games instead. So that's the thing.
Yeah. That's what I thought because I saw the brief video and I just didn't see anything to warrant a 5 game. But honestly, I didn't know about his. I mean, I think I remember seeing his name on the suspension list earlier this year. But and then that's why I figured it's probably from his past. But I wasn't 100% sure, and I know you keep up on the suspensions and stuff a little bit better than I do. So, but yeah, if he has a pass and getting suspended multiple times already, I mean, I kind of agree with the 5 game, but in a way I don't, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if that answers your question, Ross.
Yeah, if he gets
I agree with it.
He's not just getting a game anymore. No matter what the reason is, if he's getting suspended, it's going to get multiple game treatment from here on out.
Yeah. No, and I believe the SPHL has said that. So, yeah. So I just, yeah. So hopefully that answered your question, Ross. With that being said, do you think sometimes the league is too harsh on suspensions?
I think they can be inconsistent on suspensions. Sometimes you expect one and you don't see it, and other times you're like, that wasn't that bad. And then next thing you know, you're reading a guy got suspended. I think a little more consistency would help fans understand more and understand better why it occurred. But if you're going to be inconsistent with it, fans are always going to question it. Like, okay, why is it this time he got suspended for it and not last time? And it's like, okay, this guy got suspended for an uncalled penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And but this guy didn't get suspended when that was a penalty that didn't get called. And what people got to realize a lot of the times, that's the coaches sending videotape in for the league to review. So the coach has got to catch it too, and it kind of goes on the coach to send that in to have the league review it. So, like I said, it kind of, I wish they would explain it more detailed and better, like what exactly occurred, why are you suspending them? And sometimes it's almost like you need an explanation on why they're not suspended,
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. It's weird like that. Like I said, it can get frustrating. I'll admit that.
Yeah. Before we move on to basically our, keys to this weekend and players, Big Ben, you got any news for us on the racing side?
Well, again, the Chili Bowl is happening this week. It's about halfway through now with the qualifying and whatnot. It sounds like a lot of heavy hitters have gone on. I have a few people that I know that actually have cars there, and they actually had 2 cars make it to Saturday's event, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's going to be in Florida. It's going to be on Florida. That's probably what I was thinking. Anyway. Florida. Nevertheless. Anyway.
Whistle, baby. Whistle, baby.
Yeah. It's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's going to be on Flo. If you like good, tight racing with a bunch of midget cars, not midget short people, it's a very good track to watch. So,
all right,
all weekend long. Literally all weekend long. So,
anything else? We got, I believe, the Wild West Shootout's going on.
Wild West Shootout.
Yep, the Wild West Shootout's going on.
And in less than 3 weeks, it's going to be the Winter Nationals down in Florida with Bubba Raceway and
Yep.
Volusia.
Yep.
And
We got
then
that coming up.
about 2 months roughly after that, we'll have local racing here in Peoria, and hopefully we'll get to see. Hopefully we'll get to see Ty race a few and win something this year. So that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know about winning. But I'll be out there giving my hardest. Give it a good old try. So,
hey, I see people start in the back, and the front 4 people be wrecked, and the 3 people that were in front of the other person just flew by him and won. So I mean, you never know. So
yeah. So
consistency anyway.
So again, like I said, like Ben, I'll just recap what Ben said. Chili Bowl's going on right now. I believe my grandfather actually has it on right now, watching it. We got Wild West Shootout going on. In about 2 months, we'll have Winter Nationals down in. Actually, it's about a month, not even 2 months. It's next month. I think they start like February 12th or something around there.
Yeah, like
the Winter Nationals down in Florida. And then, like I said, we'll be probably starting local racing here at the end of March because that's when practices are starting to go on. So, like I said, we'll kind of keep everybody updated on that. Like I said, we're going to be kind of flip-flopping from racing to hockey throughout until hockey season is over.
And we thank Wade for coming on. It's just appreciated. He helped us out tremendously. So thanks for coming in, Wade, and helping us out.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Wade. I know you have fun with this show, and sky's the limit on this show, guys.
Right.
Like I said, we did have an interview on the Best Damn Podcast.
I was about to say that. Yes, I would like to give them a shout out because they're actually doing a show right now. And
so when
they had us come on. Yeah, when we're done here, go over there. It's the Best Damn Podcast. Now, they'll be showing 2 of them up there, but it's the one with the red, white, and blue logo.
Yes. And they do a lot of comic stuff.
Comedy stuff. They do weird. Like, for instance, today they're having weird stories like Florida Man or Georgia Man or,
Yeah. And they talk about they talk about world news. And stuff like that. So,
like I said, stuff. So if you're into paranormal stuff,
yep. So, like I said, after we're done here, go on over there, give them a like, give them a share, and watch them. So, guys, big weekend, big rivalry weekend against Quad Cities. At least we don't have to worry about their big enforcer, because he was dumb and got suspended. But, Ben, what is your keys to this weekend against the rival of Quad Cities?
As I always say, set the tone, get the first goal. Control neutral zone. And now with all the rigmarole of everybody getting moved and everything, we got to find this team that will meld together with the new players we got and try not to make any mistakes. I mean, there will probably be some, but not like, don't make anything major,
Yeah. All right, Wade, what's your keys?
That's mine.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
No, it's all good.
Well, my keys to the game is don't be afraid to play aggressive. Go out there, keep doing what you're doing, finish your checks, and attack the net. Don't be afraid. I know there's been some changes, but we got to keep our foot on the gas and keep building this momentum. So stay aggressive is my first key. Second key, again, with new line changes and everything like that, new lines, I want to see some clean passes. So we got to have clean passes in Quad Cities, and hopefully we adjust well to the new lines quickly. And I think that would be a big key. And my third and final key is, like I said, control the puck. Win face-offs, control the puck, control possession. Neutral zone play does become a big part of that. But I want to see some offensive zone time. Us setting up in the offensive zone and making their goalie work. Those are my three keys. My players to watch for. I'm going to highlight our three big veterans for this because we need them. So I'm going to start with our captain, Alex Bear. You wear that C for a reason. We got some of our key players up in the ECHL. We need you out there being a leader. We need you out there producing as well. So I'll be watching for Alex Bear. My second guy, Michael McChesney, he has hit a cold streak as of late, but it was good to see him get on the board against the Bulls. He does have good success against Quad City Storm, so let's continue that there, McChesney. Let's see a couple goals out of you this weekend. And my last player to watch for is Braden Barker. I do think he is a quiet leader of sorts and a very underrated player, a very physical player as well. So he's not afraid to rough it up. I like to see him take more shots, and he's a good defensive forward. I mean, he played defense for us. Um, so yeah, that's my players: Bear, McChesney, and Barker, and those were my keys.
All right. My three keys: don't play their game. Be smart. Um, they're hungry for a win. Um, so they're gonna throw everything at us like they normally do. So don't fall into their style of game. Just play your game, and that uh, get pucks deep. Get pucks deep in the offensive zone and keep it in the offensive zone as much as possible. Um, and then my third and final is uh, be smart. Don't take
Right.
stupid penalties. Don't put yourself in situations um, that could cause our team to be down a player. Like I said, don't give them power plays after power play after power play. Like I said, stay out of the box, be smart, and I believe they'll be just fine. My three players of the game, you stole one. I was going to watch Barker this weekend. Um, like you said, I think he is a silent leader, and I think now with the roster getting jumbled up, he's going to have to really step up on that. Um, my second is going to be uh, Norika. He's been playing really good. Maybe with the guys going up, maybe he gets more ice time, and I would like to see how that um, affects his game a little bit with maybe getting more ice time. The other one I'm going to be watching is Dylan Massey. He is just going, going, going. He's like the Energizer Bunny when it comes to the forecheck. He's very good at it. He knows where to be. I think he adapted from being on the Storm to the Rivermen fairly quickly. Um, and I think he was a good fit for us. It was a good pickup for us, and um, he's doing very well for us. So yeah, that would be my keys. That would be my players. Um, before we kind of wrap up the show, Wade, give us another shout out to Bayleaf. Are you going to be there this weekend? Maybe.
Possibility. I'll be there either Saturday or Sunday. Might be Sunday. More than like it just depends because of my work schedule. But I will try to be out there because there's a few other items on that menu I would like to try. They do got kebabs there. I'd like to try one of their kebabs. Um, I think they got like a chicken kebab and a pork one. So that's going to be my next item on the menu to try. And yeah, thank you, Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar. Um, you guys are great. Your service is great. Ownership is great. Always been nice to me. Actually, the owner always comes out and greets me and says hello, which is awesome. The food is always good. I mean, it's just a great place, guys. I can't say enough positive things about them all the way around. It's a great restaurant experience. Get down there, check it out. Don't just take my word for it. Check it out yourself. I promise you, you'll be pleasantly surprised, and you'll enjoy yourself. Get on down there. Tell them Wade sent. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, so that's Bayleaf Indian Restaurant and Bar. Go down there, tell them that Wade sent you. Go down there on a hockey night. Free parking. You don't have to pay the $10 to $15 for parking. Also, you just take your wife out, or take your significant other out, and go and have some good Indian food. Take a date night. I've heard good things. Like I said, I haven't personally gotten down there yet. It's kind of hard to get places with a newborn right now, so we're kind of homebodies right now. Our date nights are basically the Rivermen game. We go to the Rivermen games, and we watch our own Big Ben fall out of a chair for a T-shirt.
Hey.
So
I am a seventh man section, so
there you go. He went spread eagle for an eagle shirt.
spread eagle for an eagle shirt.
So, like I said, maybe come down this Saturday night, watch the Rivermen. If you can't make it Saturday, come out Sunday. Family fun day. Bring the kids. They have inflatables. They have face painting. And if you know how to skate, bring your skates. It's skate with the team, which is very cool how they do that. I know my son enjoys it very much. I will not have him this weekend, so he will not be participating in that. But like I said, just come over to the Carver Arena this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday night is 7:15 puck drop, and Sunday is 3:15 puck drop against the Quad City Storm. So, before I wrap this totally up, I just want to say this weekend, and this might make somebody on the end very, very upset. Go Bears.
Yeah. I'll just stick with hockey right now after that. Stick with hockey.
But on a serious note, before we do wrap up really, really, really quick, are you still a Rodgers fan?
Well, that's a loaded question. I still respect him and what he did in Green Bay. I mean, he helped get us the Super Bowl title. Just like with Favre, I respect what he did in Green Bay. I don't like some of his choices. Rodgers. I think. I don't know, dude. The dude's pretty goofy. I mean, he's a goofy dude. You've seen his special on Netflix before. I mean, that's eye opening. But it is what it is. I do think it was right to move on from him. I'm not completely sold on who we got now with Jordan Love, but it is, like I said, we've been spoiled, man. We have been spoiled with quarterbacks. So maybe it's our turn to finally, go through it a little bit.
Yeah, and do you think Rodgers will be back next year?
I don't. I would be surprised, especially after Mike Tomlin stepped down as head coach from Steelers. I mean, Mike Tomlin, even Rodgers said himself, was a big reason he signed on with Pittsburgh. So with Mike Tomlin stepping down, he at the end of the day, Rodgers is going to make Hall of Fame. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Got nothing left to prove. I mean, I would be a little surprised if he came back.
Yeah. So, with that being said, on behalf, we'll wrap it up now. Behalf of myself, Big Ben, and Wade, thank you for coming and watching the show. We'll see you all Saturday. We'll go at 3 o'clock. I believe 3 o'clock will work out for everybody on Saturday.
Central.
Central. Have a good night. And Wade, we always try to do it. Which style?
We always try to keep it Rivermen style.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good night. Go Bears.
Yeah.
Go Ice Dogs.
Go Pack Up.